Video shows an IMPD sergeant holding 18-year-old Dalen Brewer at gunpoint after approaching his car at Riverside Park this past April. Hey! It started when Brewer drove into the park to join a large party that police were trying to put an end to. The sergeant went after him and walked up to his car.
We need to leave the park.
They make no movements. They follow all directions. The officer then opens Mr. Brewer's driver's side door and asks him to exit.
Brewer's attorney, Terrence Kennard, said his client, who was legally carrying a gun, went to unbuckle his seatbelt, and that's when the sergeant pulled her gun on him. Backup officers eventually showed up and Brewer was taken into custody. But Kennard says the issues really began when the sergeant filed her report.
She says in a report she files as she's arresting Mr. Brewer that he commits intimidation, that he pointed a firearm at her, and she subsequently also charged him with attempted murder.
Brewer was booked and sat in the Marion County Jail for 4 days. He was released after the prosecutor's office declined to file charges, saying in a court filing the body camera footage does not support the allegations.
To say it scared him would be an understatement. I think it put him in a state of horror and disbelief that most of us could not fathom. Because imagine, one moment you're at the park enjoying the day with your friend, and within an hour you're now looking at the rest of your life in prison because someone made up a statement about you. And not just someone, a law enforcement officer.
Kennard filed a lawsuit on Brewer's behalf, accusing the sergeant of violating his 4th and 14th Amendment rights. He says his client hopes this suit will bring awareness and send a message to the department.
They have to do a better job of making sure that when individuals are charged with policing our community, they do so fairly and honestly.
Welcome to the Voice of Reality. I hope you all are good wherever you're watching me from. In today's video, we are going to look at a series of disturbing encounters between white police officer and black citizens. These are the kinds of videos that will make you believe that racism isn't stopping soon because of some racial bias and unfair treatment from some white police. In several of these cases, the people involved were not committing any form of violence or crimes. Some were simply trying to make an honest living, and some were just innocent teenagers going about their daily lives and activities. One of the most shocking cases involved a young teenager who was falsely accused of pointing a gun at an officer. Thankfully, the body camera footage of the child helped to reveal what really happened. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thanks for joining us. Before we dive deeper into this, let's watch a few clips, and then we'll come back and talk about what we just saw.
At 4 a.m. last night, a black teenager, 17 years old, called the cops. When the cops showed up, they shot him and said he was brandishing a weapon, which turned out to be a water bottle. The teenager himself called the police. This happened in Austin, and APD is about to get even more money in this latest budget cycle at City Hall. So if you have thoughts about this, this is what you can do. You can call and email your council member, the city manager, and the Austin mayor. You need to contact all 3 offices. Tell them how you feel about giving APD more money in this budget cycle, and make sure that you're showing up not just to testify at City Hall on these budget decisions, but to your community town halls that are being held by council members who are literally creating a space outside of City Hall that you can show up to and tell them how you feel about cutting funding to social services and increasing funding to APD when apparently we're in a budget crisis.
Hey, stop. What are you doing out here?
I'm delivering papers, sir. I do this every morning at this hour in this area. Yes, sir, they're in my bag.
Drop it. Hands where I can see them.
I'm just trying to finish my route.
Officer Marcus Abbott, a patrol officer with 9 years on the Naperville Police Department and a documented history of racially biased stops in affluent neighborhoods, was driving through the Brookside neighborhood on a Saturday morning in early May when he saw a black 15-year-old boy on a bicycle with a delivery bag from half a block away, and immediately assumed the teenager was casing homes to burglarize. Abbott pulled up fast, without observing what the boy was actually doing, approached Jordan Carter aggressively, just 3 houses down from Jordan's own home, at 2897 Brookside Drive, refused to believe him when he said he was delivering newspapers for the Chicago Tribune, demanded to see identification from a 15-year-old child who was working before sunrise to help his widowed mother with bills. And when Jordan tried to show him his delivery bag with newspapers clearly visible and his reflective safety vest, Abbott dismissed the evidence. When Jordan explained he was 15 and didn't have a driver's license and tried to mention his mother was FBI, Abbott grabbed him, slammed him against a parked car, and handcuffed the 15-year-old newspaper delivery boy while newspapers scattered across the pavement. And when an elderly neighbor who was walking her dog came over and told Abbott that Jordan delivered newspapers every morning and his mother worked for the FBI, Abbott dismissed her, and when Jordan started crying and calling for his mother, Abbott shoved him into the back of his patrol car. What? What Officer Abbott didn't know was that Jordan's mother, Sarah Carter, was an FBI special agent with 16 years in the Bureau's Civil Rights Division, that she was in her kitchen making coffee and heard her son shouting from the street, that she would look out the window and witness Abbott slamming her son against a car, that her son had been delivering newspapers for 8 months to help pay bills after his father died 2 years ago, leaving behind $35,000 in medical debt, that she would walk out with her FBI badge and confront Abbott before he could drive away, and that Abbott's decision to profile and assault a grieving teenager honoring his dead father's work ethic would result in his termination, 2 years in prison, an FBI investigation into the Naperville Police Department, a $1.3 million settlement, and his name becoming forever associated with racist policing that sees a black child working and assumes he's a criminal. Before we go further, what city or country are you watching from? Drop it in the comments. And if you believe a 15-year-old should be able to deliver newspapers without being assaulted by a cop who refused to believe he had a job, like this video and subscribe. Jordan Carter was 15 years old and had been delivering the Chicago Tribune for 8 months. He woke up at 5:30 every morning, 7 days a week, because 2 years ago his father died of a heart attack at 39, leaving behind $35,000 in medical debt and a family that had budgeted for 2 incomes. Michael Carter had been a high school history teacher. He coached JV basketball. He helped Jordan with homework at the kitchen table every night. And then one Tuesday afternoon, he collapsed in the school parking lot after practice. Jordan was 13. One moment his father was there, the next moment he wasn't, and nothing made sense anymore. The medical bills came 6 weeks after the funeral. Treatment costs from the 6 months before the heart attack when they had been trying everything to save Michael's life. $35,000. Jordan's mother tried to hide them, but Jordan saw the stack of envelopes on the kitchen counter. He saw her crying at night when she thought he was asleep. He saw her skip meals so he could eat. Jordan's mother, Sarah Carter, was an FBI special agent making $95,000 a year. That sounds like a...
Cops are getting sued after harassing a black couple during a traffic stop. They racially profiled them, pulled them over, ordered them out of the car, and illegally searched it for no reason. But they found absolutely nothing, and now the couple is taking them to court.
See all these officers they have out here putting me in a police car? We come out the house to go get some food, and now all of a sudden we rolling down the street. No speeding, no reason. This is why people can't get along with the police. And then they going all through the car. Cause he black, cause he driving a Mercedes, so they think all black people don't supposed to have anything good. You got 5 officers, 2 cars. For what? I have never been pulled over by the police and searched and touched. That's my right. See that one right there? Coward bully. Look at him. What in the hell are they up under the hood of the car for?
Maybe he's checking
harassment. He ain't checking no damn oil level. Don't be sassy. They ain't got nothing else better to do. But the real criminals that's out there, they can't catch them.
What were you doing over in New Cumberland right over there?
Dropping my son off.
Okay. What'd you hand off to the gentleman that walked back in the house?
His coffee cup.
His coffee cup?
Yes. I'm tired of him leaving his mess in my car.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything illegal in the car?
You want to search it?
I mean, if you want to let me search it.
Like, what do y'all think we did a transaction or something?
Well, that's what it looked like.
Because we're black?
No. I couldn't see in your car. Your window tints too dark.
Okay,
anyway.
so exactly. So, but it looked like we were doing a drug transaction.
Yeah, so you pulled up, he came out.
Is a coffee cup enough probable cause for a police stop? A Pennsylvania mother, Bianca Tatum, is taking her story all the way to the top after a viral video showed her being pulled over for something most parents do every day: helping their kids. It was early January when Bianca realized her son had forgotten his coffee cup in her car. She did what any mom would do. She drove over to drop it off. but local police saw it differently. They claimed the interaction looked suspicious and pulled her over, leading to a tense standoff that Bianca caught entirely on camera. In the video, Bianca stands her ground. She refused to let officers search her vehicle and refused to give up her son's last name. She's now calling this racial profiling at its fullest, arguing that if she weren't a black woman, a simple coffee drop-off wouldn't have ended with flashing lights and police demands.
Breaking news, social media is requesting that a white CVS female worker be fired for falsely accusing a black teen of pulling out a knife on them. That's racism at its finest. She falsely accused this black teen of pulling out a knife. Now, you know you work at CVS, you got cameras everywhere. They check the cameras. This big white woman, ugly, accused this young black teen of doing something that he never did. She wanted him to have a felony, go to jail, and be arrested. That's what she wanted to do. She was evil, just evil. Now, I don't report the news, but social media wants this white woman fired from CVS. And I agree, CVS, it's time to fire this woman because she did racism. She targeted a young black teen who never had a knife. She wanted him to go to jail, go to prison, and ruin his life. She does not deserve a job. She does not deserve a job. Follow your boy for more on everything racism, everything that's going on, black teens, black youth, white people, black, white, we are on everything. Come on, let's go.
Where are they now? The little girl who fiercely defended her mom on a New York City street. Asterisk, asterisk.
I know who it was! It wasn't my mother! Do she got a white t-shirt or no? Yes!
Back in late May, a video posted to TikTok went viral almost instantly, racking up over 1 million views. In it, a little black girl, maybe 8 years old, is screaming at police officers, "Leave my mom alone." Her mom had been stopped and searched for alleged shoplifting, but here's the thing, the suspect description over the officer's radio was a woman in a white t-shirt and baseball cap. The mom? She was wearing a gray dress. The girl kept pointing out the contradiction, but it didn't matter. She watched her mom get handcuffed and taken away anyway.
Come on now, that's bullshit.
We'll just wait for them and
I asked the man for some swimming trunks. The man kept fucking following me, and I left out. So what glasses do I have?
The internet was heartbroken. Comments flooded in. That kid understands justice better than those cops ever will. Why did they keep going when the description didn't even match? The whole thing sparked a massive conversation about policing and accountability. But through it all, one thing was clear. That little girl's courage? Unforgettable.
And you're holding a gun! Or you're gonna shoot me, officer?
If you use that weapon against me...
I don't have a weapon!
That's a weapon.
This is a bucket!
No, that's a weapon.
This
right there.
is a clamper for picking up garbage, sir!
A white police officer in Colorado pulled out his gun and arrested a black college student for simply picking up trash at the entrance of the school dormitory.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8! 8 officers of the law with guns drawn.
On March 1st, 26-year-old college student Zaid Atkinson was picking up garbage at the entrance of his dormitory when 40-year-old police officer John Smiley was patrolling nearby. He noticed Atkinson sitting on the terrace in his private area, and because Atkinson looked like a homeless person still picking up garbage, Officer Smiley approached him and asked him,
Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were doing, if you lived here or you worked here. Yeah, it looks like you're working, doing something, picking stuff up.
Smiley asked Atkinson to show his identification, and Atkinson took out his student ID card, but the officer was not satisfied because his home address was not displayed on the card.
What's the actual address then?
3333 Arapahoe.
Okay, what unit are you in?
I don't think I have to actually tell you that.
Well, I'm just checking to make sure that you have a right to be here, that's all.
I just told you I lived here.
Okay.
And I told you that I'm working as well.
Okay.
Shouldn't that be enough for you?
So, Mr. Atkinson, can I get your date of birth, please?
But Atkinson refused because Colorado only grants police the power to obtain names and addresses and does not have the authority to request a date of birth. Atkinson felt very angry and ignored Smiley. Smiley angrily ordered Atkinson to sit down, but Atkinson refused to obey and continued to pick up trash.
Mr. Atkinson, right now you're obstructing a police officer, which is a jailable offense. I'm asking you one more time to sit down.
I'm not doing anything wrong. And you're not going to arrest me. You're not going to do anything. because I live here and I didn't do anything wrong.
Officer Smiley immediately called for support and falsely reported that Atkinson was armed and refused to obey, even mistaking Atkinson's garbage collection tools for weapons. Smiley also pulled out his gun.
Your hand is on your weapon and you're gonna shoot me?
If you use that weapon against me...
I don't have a weapon!
That's a weapon.
This is a bucket!
No, that's a weapon.
This
right there.
is a clipper for picking up garbage, sir.
Put it down, I'm telling you, I'm threatened by
It's not
it.
a weapon. You're not threatened. I'm threatened. You have a fucking gun that kills people. How am I supposed to kill someone with
Sit down, sir.
Atkinson had to obey orders and was subsequently detained. This incident sparked protests in Boulder, with hundreds of people taking to the streets calling for a thorough reform of the Colorado State Police Department. Afterwards, Officer John Smiley resigned, but other police officers who arrived at the scene and aimed their guns at Atkinson were not punished.
It's a warm day to be wearing that jacket. You're gonna get hit by a car here. You're gonna get hit by a car here. Stop. Stop. I'm asking you to stop. I'm asking you to stop. I'm doing a traffic stop on you. You walked across the road in front of a car.
How's it feel to be racist?
You guys are not. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, you guys aren't here. You guys are not here.
You got a Karen.
No, you're not. No, he doesn't. No, you don't. I'm being threatened by a guy with a weapon. I'm being threatened by a guy with a weapon.
Look how lame you are.
I need help now. I need help now.
Back up, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, you guys. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Stop harassing us.
I'm not harassing you. Get the fuck out of here. You guys aren't supposed to be here.
You're being racist in your profile.
Get the fuck out of here.
Stop being racist.
I'm not being racist. You want to see the kids that I swam with today?
Stop talking to her. Stop talking to her.
Get out of here. I'm being threatened by a man with a weapon.
Yes, ma'am. We're finna leave.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah, you hear her? Get away from us. Get away from us, please.
And you guys get out of here.
We was never near you. You walked up to
No,
us.
you guys aren't here illegally. Get
Yes,
the fuck
we
out.
are. My brother, how would I get in
You're
there in
being-
the gated community? My brother just let
You
me
don't
in.
even know where your brother fucking lives.
I don't know what happened.
Come on, Snake. Come on, Snake. It don't
So
matter,
get
bro.
the fuck out of here and stop threatening me.
I'm not threatening you. I didn't
Yes, you
threaten you.
are.
What did I
Yes,
say?
you are.
What did I say to you?
Yes, you are.
I said, hi, how are you doing?
You have a weapon.
You can see it's easy to understand why so many people are concerned. In several of these encounters, the officer appeared to treat black citizens with unnecessary suspicion and aggression on some. This incident reflects racial bias, especially when similar situations involving people of different races or color are handled differently. The case of the teenager is clear evidence of racism because a serious accusation was made, but the available video evidence being shown by the police officer involved did not support it. Without that footage from the body camera of that teenager, the outcome could have been very different. Incidents like this without concrete proof from the accuser have left many people behind bars or met with serious or worse situation. There is a need for greater there is a need for greater accountability, better training, and fair treatment for everyone, regardless of their color or races. I would like to hear your opinion about all this. Please share your thoughts respectfully in the comment section. Now let's watch a few more clips and then we'll come back with some more final commentaries.
North Carolina teens speak out on officer profiling them. Here it is.
Trespass immediately. Okay?
But we all just got here.
Yes.
So I'm letting you know they don't want you on the property anymore. Okay?
Who?
Kane Security doesn't want you on the property. They are supervisors of this whole property. So how we're gonna go about this way is I'm gonna notify your guys' parents. I'm gonna let them know that you guys are being trespassed. They're adults, get their information. I'm gonna fill out a trespass form, and you're gonna get off the property. That's what we're gonna do. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your number here?
You guys are adults? 18. Okay, you say you're over 18. Yes, sir. You guys got IDs with you? Yeah. Appreciate you guys being cool. Like I said, we're just going off of what Kane told us. I don't know what really happened. Before I got called out here, I understand there was a fight. Someone was yelling about a gun. They didn't say you guys were getting involved with that. However, they do want you off the property.
Yeah, that is something we just got out here not even 10 minutes ago.
Okay, so you guys don't know what happened with all that?
I have no belief at all. We came out
What's
here.
your mom's
We came out here to see a movie.
Is that me?
And we were just waiting until that. We were just gonna sit right here. We just walked up and did
We pulled up to Target. We talked to 2 security guards downstairs. Then we came upstairs. We met our younger cousins, and then we came and sat down at Ben Jerry's.
Okay.
Can you contact your parents so they know that their kids are being trespassed and not going to be allowed back on the property?
Like ever?
Yep.
Even though we just got here?
Nope. These fine officers in the yellow shirts are Kane Security. They said they saw you guys fighting. When you guys come up here and cause a disturbance, they don't want you guys back on the property, right?
I didn't see those.
Okay.
That was the young.
You don't want these
Mr.
people?
Mason, you got
here with that cause problem? Yeah, you got it up.
So here's the problem now. If you're here with them, they're not going to be allowed to stay. So either their parents need to come pick them up, or you guys need to take them off the property. Did you come here and drive them?
Our other cousins.
It's cool if you guys are taking care of them and getting them off. But that saves us from having to go to their parents.
Once we identify their parents and their parents are okay with that, then you would have to take them off the property because they can't stay here. Does that make sense? On the other side.
Oh my gosh, y'all finna go viral, bro.
It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame that these teenagers, by the way, they're all related, okay? They're trying to figure out, why are they being selected, targeted, profiled? They are being respectful. They are asking relevant questions. They don't even have anger in their voice. None of that is happening. They are simply trying to get to the bottom in a very respectful way. They're trying to get to the bottom of what's happening. The only attitude that's being expressed is from the professional officer. Put up the picture full mass.
So yeah, the next time someone asks you why, show them this. Asian man and his wife. Asian man is on the phone with the police. He lies to the police and says that these black people in this car are threatening him with a gun.
They are threatening us. Yeah? So I think they have a gun.
Did you take note of how thick his accent was? Fresh off the fucking boat, can barely speak a lick of fucking English. And yet he's clearly so ingrained with white supremacist ideology that his first thought is to tell the police that this car full of black people are threatening him with a gun. Thank God some police showed up that had a drop of fucking sense.
I think you should bring your wife out. I'm asking you! Who called? I called. So who said there's a gun here? Who said there's a gun here? Did you see it? Okay, this is a landlord tenant act. It has nothing to do with the police. Who said there's a gun here? Look how many cars are here. I didn't. I told them.
He literally made the call stating that they are threatening him with a gun. The police see the bullshit in this whole situation. Now I don't know. So I don't give a fuck who feels like what about this blackout. Not another fucking dime.
Start running, I'm gonna shoot you. Start running. Start running.
You just said, I got you on camera.
You say you was gonna do what?
You say you was gonna do what? Shoot me?
No.
You say you gonna shoot me if I run?
I will.
You gonna shoot me if I run?
This man is an 18-year veteran, and he still works for this police department, telling young black men to run. And he was going to murder them. Why is he still employed? And that's not where it ends. This cop, Officer Jeffrey Fram, listed in a $270,000 lawsuit for allegedly false arrest. Listen to what Dinesh has to say.
Sometimes he'll stick a finger in your butt. Yep, you heard me. Rape.
He's basically saying this. You saw what's happened to your people. You know what skin color I am. You know the privilege that I have. And you know I'll get off with you. When you run off or you do something, I'll have the advantage and I'll be allowed to shoot and kill on sight. If he felt that comfortable to voice that, knowing very well he's being recorded, you tell me, why should we think that white people or racists or people in positions of power have our best interests? It's isolated, we don't know what to do because we can't go to the cops. They can speak to us in that manner and then society's going to believe us because they got the position of power.
Hey, where'd you get those shoes? I just bought them. Here's my receipt.
He couldn't afford those. He stole them.
I saved for 8 months. Hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Joshua Ortega stood at a bus stop in Buckhead, Atlanta, holding a shopping bag from Soul Haven Boutique and feeling like the 8 months of working weekends at a grocery store had finally paid off. He was 17 years old, 3 days away from his 18th birthday, and the limited edition sneakers in that bag represented more than just shoes. They represented hard work, discipline, and a promise kept between him and his parents. He had saved $2,400 from his paychecks. His parents had added $2,600, and together they had given him exactly $5,000 to buy the sneakers he had been researching for months. The receipt in his hand proved every dollar was legitimate. But Jennifer Hayes, a 46-year-old white woman sitting 10 feet away on the same bench, saw a black teenager holding an expensive shopping bag and immediately assumed he had stolen it. She hadn't watched him earn the money. She hadn't seen him maintain a B average to keep his end of the deal. She just saw what she wanted to see. And what she saw confirmed every bias she had ever held. She pulled out her phone and called 911 to report a theft in progress. And when Officer Gary Taylor arrived and Jennifer pointed at Joshua, Taylor didn't ask to see the receipt Joshua was holding. He didn't call the store to verify the purchase. He didn't conduct even the most basic investigation. He just looked at Joshua's worn clothes, listened to Jennifer's accusation, and made a decision that would destroy his career and cost Jennifer $280,000. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button and drop a like. Let me know in the comments, what city or country are you watching from? What Officer Gary Taylor didn't know was that Cordell Lopez, the store employee who had sold Joshua those sneakers 23 minutes earlier, was still inside Soul Haven Boutique finishing his shift. That Cordell would hear the commotion outside, look through the window, and recognize the teenager he had just helped. That Cordell would run out to intervene and confirm the purchase was legitimate. And that when Taylor grabbed Cordell's phone and deleted the video evidence, he would mention that the store owner, Michael Barnes, a wealthy black businessman with a reputation for destroying racist cops through expensive lawsuits, owned not just this store, but 4 others across Atlanta, and that Barnes had successfully sued the Atlanta Police Department twice before. What Jennifer Hayes didn't know was that her pattern of calling police on black and Latino people for imaginary crimes had finally caught up with her, that her previous complaints in her old neighborhood had been documented and would be discovered, that her 911 call would be recorded and played in court, and that her jealousy, because she had been in that same store an hour earlier and couldn't afford the sneakers she wanted to buy for her own son, would be the evidence that proved racial bias and would cost her everything. Joshua Ortega had been planning this purchase for 8 months. He was 17 years old, a senior at North Atlanta High School, and the sneakers he wanted weren't just any sneakers. They were a limited edition collaboration between a famous designer and a legendary athlete, released in quantities so small that only a few hundred pairs existed in a size anywhere in the country. The price was $5,000, an amount that would have been completely impossible for Joshua to afford on his own. But his parents had made him a deal at the beginning of his senior year. If he maintained a B average or higher in all his classes, if he kept his part-time job at the grocery store without quitting, and if he saved as much money as he could from his paychecks, they would contribute the difference he needed to buy the sneakers for his 18th birthday.
Who's uncomfortable, sir? We're fine with them being here. Are you uncomfortable with them being here? They're literally just sitting on the bench doing nothing. That makes no sense to me. They don't want you sitting around, but they don't have a basketball court open for you to do anything. Make that make sense.
Local authorities are facing intense scrutiny after a viral video emerged showing law enforcement ordering a group of black teenagers to leave a public park simply because other patrons felt uncomfortable. The incident, captured by an independent bystander, has ignited a fierce debate over racial profiling and the policing of public spaces. The recorded footage shows a police officer approaching a group of black youths who were sitting and talking in the park. In the video, the officer can be heard telling the teens that they need to exit the area. When the teenagers asked for a reason, the officer stated that other park visitors reported feeling uncomfortable by their presence. A bystander filming the interaction immediately intervened, challenging the officer's orders.
Suffice it to say that most of these policemen grow up in an environment where racism is being practiced, and it have never left them ever since. Funny enough, they do their job with this same negative mentality. I also think every police officer should be judged by their actions, and every citizen deserves to be treated with fairness, dignity, and respect, and stop treating people differently because of the color of their skin. They are not the cause of their colors. Each and every one was created by God. Nobody created themselves. You came out, you find out that you are white. Another came out to find out they are black. We ought to know that we all are equal. We all are human. Then, holding officers accountable when misconduct occurs is an important part of building public trust. Whenever an officer of the law tries to claim he or she is above the law, I strongly believe that if he or she is being held accountable of their misconduct, then the public trust will be regained. Thanks for watching. If you find this video informative, don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment in the comment section, and share this video with others. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.